Pisces, welcome to your August 2025 messages. The energy is slower, but there will be some surprises. Pisces, let's jump right into the heart of your spread because you have a beautiful start to the month of August. You have the Sun card. This is considered one of the best cards in the deck. It says success, recognition, and enthusiasm. What are you doing that's fun this month, Pisces? I see a lot of you traveling. I see a lot of you taking time to play, and you've been asked to do this all year long, Pisces, so I hope you're taking off some time from work. I hope you're spending time with loved ones. I hope you're surrounding yourself with things you love to do, favorite animals, favorite friends, because your challenge area is coming up. It's actually not that challenged, but it is in the card of needing to take a break. You have the 10 of Fire card here, Pisces, and this is being overworked. This is too many burdens. This is taking on other people's burdens. So can you find some time to put down some things, slow down? Don't overwork yourself during this month. Like I said, it is a slower energy, and that's in your favor, especially with this Sun card here. Now, I had some dear friends of mine who are both Pisces visit this weekend, and they said, I talk about retrograde so much that they're going to have to start a drinking game. So I want to go ahead and tell you up front, I want to be talking about it again. You know who you are, and I love you. It's really important to keep in mind that retrogrades are happening for us. There's a reason that energy is slowing down. It's to give you that time to take some time off. Put down the things that are too much of a burden. Now, a lot of these burdens are actually in the mind. It's something that you're anxious about. It's something that you keep rehashing. So we're going to get a little bit clearer on that, but I am seeing this energy of you going to your happy place. Where's your favorite place to travel? Your favorite place to get out and just get a break? Do you like to go for walks? Do you like to get out in nature? Things like that are going to be so valuable to you, and really for all 12 of our signs here in August. Now, a quick reminder, speaking of all 12 signs, I do encourage you to listen to all 12 signs, and if you want to know why, download my free PDF below. I did a video on how to pull your birth chart and how to understand where you have each of the signs in your chart, what all 12 houses mean. It's a free PDF download and a worksheet that allows you to pull your birth chart in the video with a tutorial and then apply it to the worksheet. And that way you can look to see what else is going on for you with the other 12 signs. So check out that link below. But let's go into what is the unknown energy for you guys here, Pisces. We have this indecision. There is a decision that you are not making. It says avoidance, confusion, something you're not facing. This is a stalemate energy, pretending there's not a problem. And I do feel like with this energy in August, it could be a great time for some self-reflection and to really own some things that you haven't been facing. What I'm getting is that you actually know what it is, but you don't realize how much you've procrastinated on doing it. It's something you want to up level in your life. Maybe you want to take a relationship to the new level. You want to take a career point to a new level. You want to take something with your health and fitness to a new level, but you're not facing the things that need to be faced in order to shift that. So you're going to really see that come up a lot in this month of August, Pisces, especially if you will please slow down and not overwork yourself. You might have to ask some other people to help out with some things. Do some outsourcing. Let things be put off to another time because you need this time in the sun. I'm literally seeing you guys in the sun enjoying life in August. Now, one of the things that's happened for you in the recent past, if you've been really assessing your material resources, you've been really thinking through, where am I being too stingy with my time and energy, my resources, my money? And where am I being too extravagant? Where am I overspending? What am I putting too much energy into? And for a lot of you, it's too much time and energy into work. You've put on too much, you've taken on your colleagues' work too much. You've taken on your family's burdens. You've said to yourself, I'll just get it done. And really and truly, you're needing to reassess that. And I'm congratulating you for realizing it. Actually, it's something you've already realized. I need more time for me because I keep investing in all this and it's either draining me or it's not getting me where I want to go financially or with my material world. Now, the present energy that you have here is this Ace of Air card here. So this is a new idea. It says inspiration, communication, and adjustments. I actually think that's what's going to happen here is you're going to have that break away from work or too much going on, and you're going to get that clarity you've been waiting for, especially around this Two of Air. So you basically have this in the crown of your spread and this in the root of your spread, which basically means I'm traveling, so I don't have my camera to show you overhead, but it basically means you've got what you need to move forward on to something better. But you have to get that clarity there, and you have to face that issue. Now, when you have the Two of Air card, the next card in this deck, which you don't have here right now, but I want to pull some clarification at the end. The Three of Air card is the next card. It's a card of healing. So it could be that, you know, you're going to find this thing that needs to happen. And if you would just take action on this new clarity, you will get the healing you need. It will actually bring this financial security and the security to your material world that you're looking for. So coming up in the near future, you have another fantastic card here. You have the Star card. This is in the very near future. Inspiration, fulfillment, and faith. If you take action on putting down some of these extra burdens, okay, my good friend Chris Reck from Minopon Tarot, many of you know him. He's a master Pisces, a master intuitive, and he talks about this being a card of taking on other people's burdens. If you're willing to have that conversation with your own self and have that conversation with that other person, I can't do this for you anymore, it's too much, you are going to get this freedom here. You are going to really have that faith that you can move on from any kind of stalemate situation or things that are not working, right? Now, your personal power is actually going to be the Page of Air, which makes so much sense given that your subconscious energy is this Two of Air. It says truthful, analytical, and outspoken. It means you need to speak up, Pisces. You need to speak up from your heart. You need to be willing to have these conversations. You need to really be willing to set some boundaries. I said this in one of the other 12 signs, I can't remember, but my good friend Robbie Hunt, she's an astrologer, she taught me the phrase, no is a complete sentence. No, we don't have to explain ourselves. But I feel like if you are very tactical in the way you communicate your no, in the way that you set your boundaries, you're going to get a lot of power for where you're moving next. So your pocket affirmation, Pisces, for August 2025 is I easily implement my boundaries. Write that in the comment section below. I easily implement my boundaries. Okay, Pisces, that's your August 2025 pocket affirmation. This is boundaries around your time, boundaries around your investments, what you're spending, boundaries around how people communicate with you, and you're going to really find a lot of empowerment with that. So just remember, be tactical about how you do it. You might have to wait for the right time. You're so intuitive, Pisces. Just listen to your intuition. Is now the time to tell my boss no? Is now the time to tell my spouse I don't want to spend that money? So listen to your intuition. Coming up in your external factors, though, you have this wise counselor card here, which I'm loving as well. Belonging, learning, and traditions. And what I'm really getting is you might want to invite some kind of spiritual teacher, mentor, or coach into your life. There's somebody probably in your external environment right now, in your friendship circle, somebody you already follow on YouTube, somebody that you already feel is knowledgeable, that you can connect with on a higher level here, Pisces. And this is also going to help you with moving forward. It's going to help you with setting these boundaries. So it could be like maybe you're finding an author that is really helpful on implementing those boundaries. Did I say this in the live? I feel like I said this in my live. I'm recording this after I did my new moon in Leo and Mercury retrograde live last week. So if you missed it, go check it out. I'll be releasing these videos right before the new moon. But I also mentioned that Chris Reck told me about that book, and I don't remember who wrote it, but I think it's called Why You Feel Bad When You Say No. And I got the audio version and just listened to it during my workout, and it really was interesting to hear him break down why we feel bad when we say no to someone else, why we actually protect our energy. So maybe that's what you're doing, is you're checking out that book. I have no affiliation. I just wanted to pass on that wisdom from Chris Reck. Go listen to Chris Reck on Minopon Tarot too, because he's got so much information. All right, so coming up in your hopes or fears here, Pisces, we have the Nine of Air card here, and having it in this situation, this is that card of self-fulfilling prophecy. It says negativity, worry, and sleeplessness. If you're catching yourself waking up in the middle of the night worrying about something, it's time to finally face that issue. But also, this is a hopes or fear position, so I also think that you're You're worried that if you finally do say no, that it's going to cause you more anxiety. But the guidance I'm getting here is no, when you set those boundaries, when you say no, that's going to give you the relief from this anxiety. You're having all this anxiety because you're not putting the boundaries in. Now, your final outcome is really, really positive as well. Here we have this Queen of Earth card. Again, in the recent past, you have the Four of Earth, where you're looking around and you're saying, hey, I'm not getting enough out of this money I'm spending. I'm not getting enough out of this energy I'm putting into this. And now you're getting clear in the month of August and saying, aha, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to say no to. This is what I need to communicate. And then you step into this powerful Queen of Earth energy. You're gracious, you're practical, and you're capable. So you will understand how capable you are by saying no. It's just going to open up so much new opportunity for you, Pisces, when you're willing to actually implement those boundaries, especially around your time, energy, and resources. Activating that giving and receiving cycle. If you're giving, it's time for you to say, no, I need something back before I give any more. If you're taking, meaning like taking in, consuming something that's not in your highest interest, saying no to yourself, setting boundaries around what you're consuming. I'm not just saying food. It could be consuming social media, consuming the news, right? So you know what this is for you, and we're going to get to some clarification here. As always, if these messages resonate with you, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button and share this video with anybody you think it would resonate with, because it really helps my channel grow, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. All right, your first action to take, your card of clarity, Pisces, is this Queen of Earth card backing up the final outcome. You have so much wealth and abundance coming to you when you get clear on what you want. In fact, for some of you, you need to just tell your boss your goals, what you're looking for. Or maybe if you work for yourself, you need to tell your clients, tell your audience, here's what I'm going for, here's my goal. Share it with others in a strategic way that gets them on your team. That's what I'm really getting here, is people are going to want to be on your team, Pisces, and they're going to really follow you. You're really going to be a leader here. Your second card of action is the Strength card here. So yeah, it's going to take that inner strength to say no, and the boundaries are going to have to be they're going to have to be a strong no. It's not a maybe, it's a no, okay? I like the example I used to get a lot from my dad. He said that his dad, my grandfather, had a quick no. He would say no like almost immediately to anything right away. And then he would change his mind if he felt like he needed to. He would review everything, which of course we're getting that option during this Mercury retrograde, where we get to review what's going on, and you can change your mind. You're allowed to change your mind, but maybe start off with the hard no and then say, you know, to yourself, I'm gonna think about this, I'm gonna sleep about it, and I'll come back to it if I think it's meant for me. And then finally, your family culture card here for your final clarity here. It says, learn more about your family's stories and history. That's gonna give you a lot of clarity too. What are things that your family has struggled with in the past that you can come in and change? And what are some things that were really successful for you in the past that you can change? It might be that your father or your mother always approached their boss or their job a certain way, and you're saying, I'm not going to do it that way because they weren't seen for the value they brought. Or it could be the opposite, where you learned from, for example, my grandmother had such a strong, hard, quick no in his business, but it brought him a lot of success because he was easily able to say no to the clients that weren't going to be, you know, really investing in what he was offering. So I do think this is going to be such a wonderful opportunity for you here, Pisces. Just don't forget to get out and play. Use that pocket affirmation. Thank you so much for being here, Pisces, and I'll see you next time.